Good day to everyone. Today we will try to model this diagram in AutoCAD. So when you look at this diagram, it looks complicated, but you have to think how to minimize the way of drawing it. So if you look here, so you can able to see it's a square with a fillet on the edges, right? And other thing is, if you look this part, so this one is repeated in all the sides. So this is repeated here, here and here. So you can able to think that, so if you model any one, then we can make a polar array and we can able to distribute it in all the other directions. After that, there is only a change in this particular thing which we are going to remove it, and we will change it accordingly, right? So before you model, just think which is easier for you to do it, and you concentrate only on that particular part, and we will try to model it accordingly. So understanding this particular diagram is very important rather than drawing it just randomly. Okay, so as we discussed earlier, the first step is we have to make some references. So based on the references, a main drawing or main circle or a square, whatever it is, we can use that as a reference to draw the other parts with respect to that. Okay, so here what we have the references, this 40 mm what I can say, square. So that is the main reference. So let us draw that square, and you know that at the center it is having a circle of diameter 6.8. We complete that. Then we will concentrate on this part. Okay, then we will go one by one. So what are the parts with respect to that? Okay, so here also you can able to see that if you draw only one of this side, that is if you draw only this part, okay, that is enough. The other is a mirror image of it. So you can make a mirror. After a mirror option, we can choose all these things, and I can able to go for a array commands. Okay, so we will go one by one. As the beginning stage, we have gone for a unit. We typed units as a command. We set it a millimeter accordingly, and what is the precision, decimal precision. Then I fixed a rectangle. The size of the rectangle is A3 size, which is 420 and 297. So in a landscape mode. So we have completed that part. So now we will try to model it at the center. First, it's a square. The distance of the square is around 40. So go for a rectangle. So somewhere here, I'm going to draw, and the distance is 40. So 40 and 40. Okay. So you can able to see it's a small one. So I'm going to concentrate on this. Okay. So now at the center you have a circle. The radius of the circle is 6.8. So go for the diameter of the circle is 6.8. Go for circle center diameter. So make sure just moving that you will get a center point. Make sure the O snap is on. So just move it here, click it, drag, it is to be 6.8. Right. So this is the diagram. Okay. So the next thing is I will draw one horizontal line. I will draw one horizontal line. This is for our reference up to this. Okay. Similarly, I will draw one vertical line. So from here, I will draw a vertical line up to this. This is for a reference. Later, we will delete that particular path. So if I go for the diagram, so I have drawn this square. Don't convert it into a fillet. Later at the end only you complete the fillet part. You always complete it at the end, because we need some reference points, right? From the corner we need some references. For that you always complete it only at the end. Now, so I want to draw this square. Okay, to draw that square, first I have to know what is the dimension of this square. Okay, what is the dimension of this square, right? So to identify the dimension, so just look after that. We have two dimensions here. One is 36.4, the other one is 23.6. So it is 36.4 minus 23.6. Okay, when you do that, you will get the distances on both sides, this side as well as this side. Okay, so after doing this, I am going to divide that by 2 because I need only one side. There is two sides, side 1 and side 2. So 36 is up to this and 23 is also up to this. So it is calculating two distances. You have to divide it by 2. Okay, so let us identify what is the value with respect to this. You are getting 12.8. This 12.8 I have to divide by 2. You will get around 6.4. So the distance of this square is 6.4. So I identify what is the distance. Distance is 6.4. Okay. Now I have to locate the any one corner point of the square. Okay, to locate that, so I need to identify what is this distance. Okay, to identify that, you have 40 and 36.4. Subtract it similar to that, 40 minus 36.4. So what is the value we are getting? You are getting 3.6. This also on both sides, you have to divide this by 2, you are getting 1.8. So this distance is 1.8. The other distance, vertical distance is also 1.8. So to locate the corner point of the square, I have to identify the distance. Horizontal and vertical is 1.8, 1.8. Then the distance of the square is 6.4. Let me go for it. So let me go for a line. So from here, I am going to draw, make sure my ortho is on. I am going to draw a distance which is 1.8. Similarly, downwards, I am going to locate which is 1.8. Okay, so let me press escape. So this is the corner point of the square. Okay, now I will start a rectangle. From here, I have to draw a rectangle. The rectangle size is 6.4. So go for 6.4, press tab, again type it as 6.4. Okay, now you press enter. So this is my square. So since after completing it, so delete that references, two references what you have drawn. Okay, so this part is over. So we have completed that square. Next, we will concentrate on this particular location. Okay, so let us zoom that. My aim is to identify, I am going to start from here to locate it accordingly. Okay, so to identify that, so the distance, you know that, so this one is at a distance of 36 and the other is 40. So as regular things, what you are going to do, I am going to put 40 minus 36, you are getting 4. So it is on both sides, so divided by 2, you are getting 2. So from here, I am going to identify a 2 mm gap. From there, I am going to draw this 8. 8 is nothing but 4. I am going to concentrate only on half of it. Okay, so let us draw that. So let me go to the line. From here, I am going to draw a line for 2 mm. So this is the point. From there, I am going to draw a vertical line. The vertical line is 4. Okay, so this is the length of that line. So let me delete that line what I have drawn here. So that line. Okay. Now, so this part is over. Though I have drawn this line. Okay, what I have drawn is this line. Now I want this line. So to identify the distance, so below that you have two distances, 36 and 31. So I will erase these things. Okay, now I got two distances, one is 36, other one is 31. So 36 is this, 31 is here. So again 36 minus 31, so I'll get 5, that divided by 2, which is be 2.5. Okay, this distance will be 2.5. Okay, I am going to draw for 2.5. So go for a line. From here, I am going to draw a line for 2.5. Okay, now I am going to draw a vertical line. So let us identify what is the vertical line distance. So here you have a vertical line. So see, this is 14 and 8. Okay, so to identify this, so 14 minus 8, so we will get 6. This 6 divided by 2, you will get 3. From here, I am going to draw a line for 3. Okay, again this has to be completed, so again this has to be 2.5. Okay, so it is like that. So you can able to see this line. Okay, so this is 2.5. So I have marked it. Right. So next I have to draw a line here. The length of the line is 20 minus 14. So I will erase all these things. Let me concentrate on that one. So you know that you have 20 and you have 14. So the distance between these two. Okay, so 20 minus 14, so you are getting 6. This divided by 2. Again it is 3. So the distance from here to the top is 3. Okay. So now I will draw a random line. Just move it a little bit. I will draw somewhere here. Okay. Because we don't know what is the dimension here. So that's why I am drawing it like this. Now let us proceed to the next one. So now I have drawn a random line because there is no dimensions which is mentioned here. So we have drawn a random line. So but they mentioned that. So there is a line here. There is a line here which is at the distance of 15.5. So you can able to see there is a 15.5 square like thing which is here. So these are all a square which is at 15.5. Okay. So let us complete that square. So I need to locate it accordingly and to draw that square. Right. So what I have to do to identify the corner point of this, I have to go for a line. So 15.5 divided by 2 and another 15.5 divided by 2. Then I have to draw a square. The distance of the square is 15.5. Let us draw a line, a reference line from here. Make sure ortho is on. So 7.75, that is 15.5 divided by 2. Okay. Similarly, here also 7.75. Okay. This is the corner point of the square. Now let us go for a rectangle. From here, I am going to draw a square which is 15.5. 15.5. Okay, now let us delete that whatever we have drawn. So this is my square. Okay, so you can able to see that the square is fully associated. It is not a separate line. It is like fully associated. Okay. Next, they mentioned that this line, you can able to see there is a line here. This line is 90 degree, which means up to horizontal it is 45 degree. Okay, and this line starts from here, somewhere here. So the square which is ending here. So, okay, it is starting at this location. So I will extend this and this line, you will get a point. From there, I am going to draw a line. The line is 45 degree. So to enable that, I will go to polar track mode. So polar track mode, I should make sure that 4590 is selected. Let me enable this polar track mode. After that, I will go for a line. So from here, I will extend this. So when I extend, you can able to see that it is cutting somewhere here. Okay. So from here, I am going to draw a line. The line has to intersect that square. At the same time, it has to be at 45 degree. So that's why I enabled the polar track. Let me go for line. So from here, this point. So I'm going to draw. So you can able to see that polar track shows. See, this is 90. Okay. So this is 45 degree line. Okay. So just make sure you get that green color dot. So now I will just extend it up to that. Let me click OK. Press OK. Right. So now let us go for trim option. So whatever I have drawn, let me delete it. So because that is a reference. Okay, the reference things we will delete it. Now I can trim this. Go for trim. I will trim this. Similarly, I will trim these things. I don't want these things. I want only that part of the square, not this entire thing. Okay, I will trim all these things. And also I will trim this. So this is our overall sketch. So only thing what I have to do is I have to fillet everything. So whichever is necessary, based on that. Let me proceed. We'll go for fillets. What are fillets we have? We'll go one by one. So first we have this radius is 0.5. So, and let us look at inside whatever we have here. So this dimension will be mentioned somewhere here, you can able to see, okay, whichever is applicable, okay. So I hope that that is also around 0.5, okay. These things 1, 2, 3, so all will be 0.5. So all this 4 will be at the radius of 0.5. So go for fillet, press enter, click radius, radius is 0.5. So now we click this two, press enter again to enable it again, this, press enter again, this, press enter again, and this, right. Next, now we will go for this radius. This radius, it is mentioned here, the radius is 2.5. So we will have to draw, so we have to make a fillet of 2.5. So go for fillet again, change the radius, click R, change it to 2.5, press enter. Now you select this two. Okay, you got that arc. Next. So all this radius, it is mentioned as 5. So you can able to see all the other radius are 5. So let me proceed. Go for fillet again. Go for radius R. Radius is 5 now. Select it. So this one, this, again press enter, select this two. Okay, this is my curve. So let us complete that for this particular square also. We go to the square. So when you go to the square, so you could just look at it. So below, so you can able to see the square. One side it is 2.3. There are mentioned 3 hyphen. 3 means 3 sides. The radius is 0.5. So one side it is 2.2. The other 3 sides it has to be 0.5. So go for fillet, radius 2.2. Select this. Next again you go for fillet. Now radius is 0.5, 0.5. So for other corners, so this one, press enter again, this one, press enter again, and this one. Okay, so this is the part. Now what we are going to do is we are going to mirror this particular thing. Okay, let us mirror it. So just select this entire part, go for MI mirror, press enter. First point and second point. First point is this, second point is this. Click OK. So you got this entire path as a mirror. Now what I am going to do, I am going to select this entire thing. So from here to this, okay, all these things I am going to select. Now I go for polar array or array polar. So actually it has to be array polar. Array polar. Selected. It is asking you the center point. Center point is this. It has created lots of things. Change your item to 4. Make sure your associative is off. Okay, then only you can edit it. Otherwise, you can't able to edit it. So now I given 4. It has created like this. Let me click OK. Close. Right. So this part is also over. Now, when you look here, you can able to see these ties are all opened. Okay, these are all opened. Only this side is closed. Okay, all the other side has to be opened. Okay, so what I do, I have to open it accordingly. I have to trim it according to that. Right. So let me do that. So opening is, so it is here. So it is on this location. Okay. So I will delete these lines. So this I have just taken as a references. I think I didn't use that. Now let me go to extend command, EX. Click enter. Says move your cursor to that. So you can able to see where you have to extend. Just move it like this. So you can able to see extend that. So click it. So similarly here, extend. Click. Similarly I'm going to extend here, click, here also click, sorry, press Ctrl Z. So I need only in this locations, okay. So click here and click here. Similarly here also click here. So when I move here, you can able to see it is where you have to extend, it will show. Click at that location which you want. Okay. Now what I will do, press escape, go for trim option, trim R. Select what are the things you have to trim. So I don't want these things, right? So these things I will remove. Okay, similarly here also. I will remove these things. Similarly here also I will remove this. Okay. The last step is I have to make a curve here. If I measure here, you can able to see the curve is around radius of 1.5 that is mentioned. So go to fillet again, fillet. So radius is 1.5. So you make an arc here, 1, again press enter, select this, again press enter, select this, press enter, select this. Similarly, below, press enter, select this too, press enter and select this too. Right. So this is the part. The last only one thing is I have to fillet at the end. The last fillet which is at the end is radius 4. Go to fillet, radius is 4. Say I am completing only at the end. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Right. So this is our model. So this completes our model. So try to model this. Thank you.